Khamzat is working extremely hard, and I mean hard, almost where, I don't miss it. That man is a machine.
The biggest difference that I see between Khamzat Chimaev's training camp and other guys is that he's got a team of dedicated fighters on call, and he likes to train twice a day. It's a really cool thing to experience and to be a part of, because it makes me feel like, yeah, this is what we do. Like, we're fighters. We can do whatever we need to do at any given time.
We train with Khamzat right now. He's preparing for this fight. Huge fight is coming up. I think this fight should be in White House as well. And if they add him there, would be great, like 3 title fights and Khamzat there in the White House.
Deep inside the training camps of mixed martial arts, there exists a line between intense preparation and absolute, uncompromising obsession. Demetrious Johnson recently stepped behind the curtain of Khamzat Chimaev's training camp, uncovering an environment that defies standard athletic preparation. What Johnson witnessed was not just a fighter getting in shape for a bout, but a machine operating on a relentless, terrifying schedule. Unlike traditional camps where a fighter dictates the pace alongside a few sparring partners, Chimaev has cultivated a private army. He keeps a dedicated team of elite fighters entirely on call, running grueling sessions twice a day without a hint of fatigue. It is an ecosystem built on pure combat, stripping away the luxury of rest and replacing it with a primal, uncompromising grind that leaves even legendary champions in absolute awe of his sheer inhuman motor. This setup goes far beyond conventional fight preparation. Most fighters balance skill work, strength training, and recovery with carefully measured intensity. Chimaev flips that script entirely. His camp resembles a war room where bodies are weapons and exhaustion is merely a suggestion. Johnson, a Hall of Famer with unmatched technical mastery across weight classes, entered expecting high-level grappling exchanges. Instead, he encountered a suffocating pressure that forced a rapid submission in under a minute. The former flyweight king later admitted the sheer size and strength disparity made technical grappling nearly impossible. Chimaev's partners, often undefeated prospects or seasoned veterans, rotate in waves, ensuring the champion never faces a moment of complacency. Morning sessions focus on explosive wrestling and ground control, while evening rounds emphasize cardio-draining sprawls and relentless top pressure. Nutrition, sleep tracking, and recovery protocols exist, yet they serve the grind rather than limit it. Critics outside the camp whisper about overtraining risks, but insiders see something different. A calculated forging process where discomfort becomes the baseline. This environment doesn't just build a fighter's body, it rewires his nervous system to treat pain as fuel. For Chimaev's upcoming clash with Sean Strickland at UFC 328, this obsessive machinery suggests an opponent who arrives not merely prepared, but psychologically and physically unbreakable. The private army ensures every weakness is exposed and eradicated long before the octagon lights shine. Johnson left the camp visibly impressed and humbled, reinforcing what many already suspect. Chimaev isn't training for a fight. He's engineering dominance on a level few can comprehend.
Look at you from the Santos studio over there. I see you sparring with Khamzat yesterday, doing a little this, a little that. It's an unbelievable thing, a world tour of sorts.
Yeah, we're out here in California. We're at the Jackson Media House. And last night, Khamzat is working extremely hard. And I mean hard, almost where, I don't miss it. That man is a machine. And so after the video just showed, he just got done working out. And then I was teaching, I was working with his team, just kind of showing some stuff I like to do and how I work on my movement. And then Khamzat was like, come on down, come on, let's move around a little bit. He's so fucking strong and big, man. Like, sometimes I forget I'm 5'3", but I have a heart of a fucking giant. I'm like, I can fight him. Yeah, it didn't work out that way.
When analyzing the physical mechanics of Khamzat Chimaev, the statistics on paper simply do not capture the overwhelming force he brings to the mat. Demetrious Johnson, a man whose technical brilliance has conquered the sport, experienced this raw power disparity firsthand. Despite carrying the heart of a giant and a lifetime of championship-level grappling experience, stepping onto the mats with the Chechen Wolf provided a stark, physical reality check. The sheer size, combined with a crushing, suffocating strength, instantly nullifies elite technique. It is a terrifying realization for any prospective opponent. On one side, a fighter may possess world-class movement and timing, but on the other side, Chimaev operates with a level of dense, gravitational pressure that physically breaks down the architecture of a mixed martial artist, turning technical sparring into a desperate fight for survival. This power isn't flashy or showy, it's foundational and oppressive. Johnson, even in retirement, remains one of the most skilled grapplers ever to compete. Yet footage and accounts from the session reveal Chimaev overwhelming him rapidly, securing a tap in roughly 47 seconds through sheer physical imposition. The density of Chimaev's muscle, his low center of gravity, and explosive hip drive create a black hole effect, where escapes become exponentially harder with each passing second. Opponents feel their posture collapse under unrelenting chest-to-chest pressure, their grips broken by vice-like hands, and their energy sapped before any counter can materialize. For Sean Strickland, this disparity poses a unique nightmare. Strickland relies on frames, posture, and intelligent scrambling, but against a man who feels 30-40 pounds heavier in every clinch, those tools erode quickly. The power translates across phases. On the feet, it fuels violent chain wrestling. On the ground, it turns side control into a mounted crucifixion. Analysts note that even elite wrestlers have struggled to create space once Chimaev establishes dominant angles. This isn't brute force alone, it's force multiplied by relentless pace and tactical awareness. Prospective opponents must accept that technical mastery alone won't suffice. They need freakish strength, elite recovery, or a plan to keep the fight at range indefinitely. Johnson's humbling experience serves as a public warning. Chimaev's physical gifts create a disparity so profound that it redefines what elite means inside the cage. In the context of middleweight title contention, this raw power could prove the deciding factor, turning skilled technicians into exhausted survivors grasping for air.
Are you a part of the team? Are you a part of the camp, or just doing some training videos with him like we've seen you do with TJ, Armin, and others?
I'm not part of the camp. I'm just out here doing some videos. I got a shoot today with Man's Health and then some stuff with Jackson and Santo, and he's in town. And I'm gonna work out with him today. I'm gonna join wrestling practice, and we'll create some content. But I'm not worthy to be on that team. Everyone on that team is undefeated. Every single one of them are undefeated. So for me, I'm just here showing some love, bring some good vibes, good energy, and that's it.
To understand the psychological warfare Chimaev brings into the octagon, one must examine the room in which he sharpens his tools. It is not just about the heavy bags or the wrestling mats. It is about the aura of the personnel surrounding him. Observers have noted that every single training partner inside Chimaev's inner circle shares a terrifying commonality. They are entirely undefeated. Entering that gym means stepping into a vacuum where the concept of losing simply does not exist. This creates an ecosystem of absolute invincibility. For a fighter to absorb that pristine, victorious energy day in and day out, it hardwires their brain to view defeat as an impossibility. It is a psychological fortress, ensuring that before Chimaev even makes the walk to the cage, his mind is fully calibrated to conquer. The mental conditioning here runs deeper than motivational posters or pre-fight hype. Surrounded exclusively by winners, prospects with flawless amateur records, or professionals who refuse to taste defeat, Chimaev internalizes an unshakable belief system. Every roll, every scramble, every grueling exchange reinforces the narrative that resistance eventually crumbles. Demetrious Johnson's visit added another layer. Even a multi-time world champion entering the ecosystem felt the shift in energy. Partners don't tap easily. They fight with the same ferocity Chimaev displays, creating a feedback loop of dominance. Psychologically, this mirrors special forces training, where constant high-stakes simulation removes the unknown variable of failure. Chimaev doesn't just train his body, he trains his mind to expect victory as the default outcome. For opponents like Strickland, this presents a hidden danger. While Strickland brings veteran poise and mental toughness, he steps into a cage against a man whose daily reality has erased the possibility of loss. This mindset fuels Chimaev's trademark early blitzes and relentless pace. Doubt simply doesn't register. The undefeated ecosystem also weeds out weakness ruthlessly. Underperformers don't last long in the rotation. The result is a champion who carries an almost cult-like aura of inevitability. Before the fight even begins, the psychological battle is half won. Chimaev walks to the octagon not hoping to win, but expecting the continuation of a reality he lives every single day in the gym. This mental edge, cultivated in a room where losing doesn't exist, may prove more decisive than any physical attribute when the lights dim and the door closes.
Hey, when the champ, three of the UFC's greatest champs right here.
No.
Hey, get a photo of the champ.
Yeah. One belt against like, I'm at 20 belts.
17? No, 15. 15, sorry. And you have 5. That's 20, he was right. 50. Yeah, that's 20. Yeah. 3 of the greatest UFC champions of all time.
Yeah, good pace.
We were watching in there.
Good pace, real good pace. I felt bad for your training partner. I felt bad.
Even for seasoned, battle-hardened veterans of the sport, colliding with Khamzat Chimaev serves as a violent reality check. Elite light heavyweight Khalil Rountree Jr., known for his devastating striking and immense physical conditioning, found his limits violently tested on the training mats. The experience was a deeply humbling awakening, forcing a seasoned professional to completely reevaluate his own definitions of fitness and mental toughness. When a fighter of Rountree's caliber is effortlessly hurled across the room and pushed to the absolute brink of exhaustion, it sends a chilling message to the rest of the roster. It proves that the aura surrounding Chimaev is not promotional fabrication. It is built on a foundation of raw, physical domination that shatters the confidence of even the most dangerous men on the planet. Rountree described the sessions as eye-opening and outright painful, admitting moments that made him question his own self-perception. A man who has traded bombs with the division's elite and pushed his body through hellish conditioning camps found himself manhandled in ways that redefined intensity. Chimaev's wrestling wasn't just effective, it was overwhelming, blending explosive takedowns with suffocating control that left Rountree gasping. The light heavyweight contender highlighted how the pace never relented, turning what should have been controlled sparring into survival drills. This humbling doesn't just affect the individual, it ripples through the broader UFC roster. Fighters watching footage or hearing first-hand accounts realize the gap isn't stylistic alone. It's a fundamental physical and mental chasm. Rountree's background in striking made the grappling disparity even more jarring, forcing him to confront areas previously untested at that level. For the middleweight division, the message is clear. Chimaev doesn't merely beat opponents. He breaks their understanding of their own limits. Sean Strickland, stepping into this matchup, must prepare for a similar awakening. Even with his veteran savvy, the sheer physicality could force an immediate reevaluation mid-fight. The brutal truth exposed in these training stories is that Chimaev's aura is earned through repeated, undeniable domination. Rountree left the camp changed, not broken but recalibrated, with newfound respect and perhaps a clearer view of what generational talent looks like up close. This awakening serves as both cautionary tale and motivational spark for the entire sport.
Get up and get him. 8. Come on. Get him. 10. Let's go. Get him. 9. 8. Come on, Khamzat. 8. 7. Get him. 7. Got it. Yeah. Woo. 9. 4. All right, that's good training.
In the world of sports science, pushing the human body to extreme limits often sparks debates regarding the dangers of overtraining. However, what critics might label as physical burnout those inside Chimaev's camp recognize as an unwavering, almost psychotic level of discipline. Khalil Rountree's observations highlight a fascinating dichotomy. The very grueling, limit-testing workouts that break ordinary men are the exact crucibles that forge Chimaev's championship armor. On one side, sports psychologists argue for recovery and pacing, but on the other side, Chimaev's methodology relies on drowning in deep waters during practice so that the actual fight feels like a reprieve. It is a relentless, punishing dedication that separates the elite from the truly generational talents. Rountree's eye-opening accounts reveal sessions so intense they border on masochistic, yet Chimaev thrives in them. While traditional models emphasize periodization, deloading, and monitoring biomarkers like cortisol levels, Chimaev's camp treats the body as an engine built for constant overload. Partners rotate to maintain quality, but the volume remains punishing. Multiple hard rounds daily, often with minimal rest. Critics point to potential long-term risks: joint wear, immune suppression, or eventual performance cliffs. Insiders counter that this psychotic discipline has produced unmatched output in fights. Chimaev's early finishes and sustained pressure stem directly from practices that make octagon time feel comparatively easy. Rountree noted the pain and humility, but also the respect for a system that demands total commitment. This approach challenges conventional wisdom. Modern MMA increasingly leans on data-driven recovery, ice baths, cryotherapy, sleep optimization, yet Chimaev appears to succeed by rejecting moderation. The line between discipline and overtraining blurs here because results validate the method. For opponents, this creates psychological pressure. Facing a man who treats hellish training as routine suggests an opponent who views the fight itself as light work. In preparation for Strickland, this philosophy implies Chimaev will push an unsustainable pace, betting that his forged resilience outlasts any scientific caution. The debate continues in coaching circles, but inside the gym, there is no debate, only the grind that produces champions. This dichotomy defines Chimaev. Where others see risk, he sees the path to supremacy.
Oh my God, stop.
While the combat sports world marvels at Khamzat Chimaev's explosive dominance, a deeply analytical counter-narrative suggests a stylistic nightmare waiting for him in the form of Sean Strickland. Expert breakdowns from analysts like Chael Sonnen highlight a profound clash of physical pacing. Strickland is not built for highlight reel explosions. He is constructed for long, grueling, exhausting wars of attrition. History has shown that Chimaev's most vulnerable moments occur when the fight drags into the later rounds. On paper, this creates a terrifying tension, an unstoppable early hurricane crashing against an immovable marathon-running wall. If Chimaev fails to secure the early finish, he risks plunging directly into the deep, suffocating waters where Strickland historically drowns his opposition. Strickland's career is defined by methodical pressure and elite cardio that wears down aggressive fighters. He has repeatedly taken opponents into deep waters, using his awkward boxing, high guard, and constant forward march to exhaust them. Chimaev, while terrifying in bursts, has shown occasional signs of slowing when fights extend, moments where explosive output meets sustained resistance. Sonnen and others note that Strickland excels at making chaotic fighters fight his fight, slow, technical, and draining. The nightmare scenario for Chimaev involves surviving the initial blitz only to face 5 rounds of calculated attrition. Strickland's takedown defense and wall walk ability could neutralize early takedowns, forcing Chimaev to expend energy repeatedly. Once the pace settles, Strickland's jab and distance management become weapons of erosion. This stylistic mismatch creates genuine tension. Chimaev must impose his will violently and early, or risk the fight transforming into a war of attrition he is less equipped to win. Analysts point to past performances where Chimaev's gas tank held, but never against a specialist in prolonged discomfort like Strickland. The deep waters represent more than fatigue. They symbolize a mental and tactical zone where Strickland's experience and rhythm thrive. For fans and bettors, this clash offers high stakes. Either Chimaev's hurricane ends it quickly, or Strickland's wall proves unbreakable. The counter-narrative isn't dismissal of Chimaev's talent. It's recognition that every style has its kryptonite, and Strickland may embody exactly that for the Chechen Wolf.